This is what it looks like, and you're just going to dump the whole thing into your pot. Like so. Want to get all that goodness out, honey. All that goodness. Alrighty. Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making, and you know I'm going to say super delicious because it always is very super delicious. I'm going to make a pot of arroz con gandules with coconut milk. I'm going to be using green pigeon peas with coconut milk. Okay, so gandules verde and leche de coco. So this is basically the gandules, the green pigeon peas, just in the milk. So when you make this, you don't dump the milk out like you would do the water. You're going to utilize this in your rice as well, okay? I'm going to make 4 cups of rice. So if you want to make 4, 6, or 2 is up to you. I'm going to make 4 today, and I'm going to be using 2 cans of coconut milk. To that I'm going to add, I don't have sofrito made, but if you have sofrito ready made or store bought, you can use that. I'm using a cup of cilantro. I'm going to use 1 cup of onions, and this is just 1 whole medium onions. And I'm using a half a head of roughly chopped garlic. I'm going to be using these sweet red peppers that I was saving for my bacalao, but because I have no peppers, I'm going to be using these sweet peppers in the jar, not all of them, maybe 1 or 2. This is the same thing as a green pepper, it's just roasted and jarred in. I'm going to be sprinkling some garlic powder, sprinkling some adobo. I'm going to be adding sazon. I may add 1 packet of either pork bouillon or chicken bouillon, okay? We're going to start off first by adding this pork. And this pork, I get it from my butcher. It's just slab of pork, and then you just ask them to chop it up for you. You guys seen in prior videos that sometimes I just get the whole thing and do it myself, but Paul's been getting it lately and having them chop it up, and then I bring it, he brings it home and I divide it. So this is about maybe a cup and a half, close to 2 cups of pork. You can use less. When I make the coconut rice, I like that pork in there. So this is how much I'll be using for 4 cups of long grain rice. Okay, and anything else that we need, we'll add it as we go along. This is salsa tomate, so I might use like 2 tablespoons, okay? You don't need much of that. And we're gonna use some cooking oil, or you can use olive oil. That's up to you. And I'm going to be serving this rice today with a pot roast that I have in my slow cooker, and it's in a yummy curry sauce. So that's what we're gonna have today with the rice, with salad and aguacate. Alright, so I'm gonna use some Western oil. This is corn oil. You can use any oil, doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to, it's like a rice spoonful, just to coat the bottom. I'm gonna add the pork to that. Make sure you don't get burnt. I don't let the pot get too hot. I forgot to mention that you should cover the pot. Also, my stove is at a medium to high heat, so about a 5. So just cover it with nothing in it, just like this, for about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been about 8 minutes. If you want your pork to be toasted, you know, a little more toasted, just cook it a little longer. All right, we're going to add our onions. Now add your garlic. Cilantro. Adding the salsa tomate, the tomato sauce. And like I said, all you need is a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. If you can't have it due to acid reflexes, you honestly don't need it. Your rice is not going to taste any different. I'm going to add 1 sobre de sazón, 1 envelope of sazón, un sobre de sazón. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle about a tablespoon of garlic powder. About a tablespoon of adobo. You can use any adobo you like. And we're going to mix it. Now we're going to add the green pigeon peas and coconut milk. And remember, you're going to add the milk and everything. This is what it looks like, and you're just going to dump the whole thing into your pot. Like so. Want to get all that goodness out, honey. All that goodness. Alrighty. And we're going to give this a good mix. Get all those flavors incorporated with one another. Alright, 4 cups of long grain rice that I already washed. You don't have to wash yours, but mine is washed. Turn your stove up to a high heat. So now I'm going to add the 2 cans of coconut milk, leche de coco, and that's 2 cans, okay? Remember, your stove should be at a high heat at this point. My second can. And it can be any brand of coconut milk. I don't have another can of coconut milk, but if I did, I would add that instead of the water. But instead, I'm going to add 1 can of water. I'm going to add 1 envelope of the ham flavoring. And another envelope of sazon, because I don't like my rice to be hincho. You know, I always say that, honey. I need some color. Okay, so we're gonna allow this to come to a boil, and then at that time we'll taste it and see how our flavors have blended in with one another, and then from there we'll check and see whether we need a little bit of salt, garlic, adobo, lo que sea. But right now, just let the rice do its thing. And I don't cover my rice, I leave it like that. My husband's grandmother would say you gotta cover the rice, but this is the way I always do it. But when she was in the kitchen, she stood by that stove, so I covered that rice, honey. Alright, see you in a few. Alright guys, so the juice is almost gone. This is exactly what I want. I did taste the rice. I think it needs salt. Alright, so I'm gonna sprinkle the pink salt. You guys know, use pink salt. Okay. Let me wash my hands. Alright, my loves, these are the peppers from the jar. So I took one whole one, then a half one that was in there. And again, this is what it looks like. It's good for bacalao, salads. I love it. Alright, let's give it a mix. This rice smells amazing. Big Papa just came in the house and he was like, oh my God, it smells so good. He's out there because one of his pigeons got away and the hawks are out today. He's afraid I might catch one of his pigeons, so he's trying everything to get the pigeon to come back home into the jaula, into the cage, but don't know. Alright, hon. So we're going to turn this down to a low to medium heat. So I'm going to put mine at a 3. We're going to cover this up and we're going to set our timer. I'm going to check on it after 35 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 35 minutes.
35 minutes. Starting now.
But this can cook anywhere depending on your stove from 30 minutes to 45, 50 minutes, okay? But I'll come back in 35 minutes and then we'll see what's going on and you'll do the same. All right, my loves. Oh my God, this smells so good. If you hear the noise in the background, it's my Power XL. I'm sorry. If you hear noise in the background, it's my Ninja. I'm warming it up so I can grill that roast beef that we're gonna have with this rice. Look how moist this is, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Qué rico y delicioso. Oh my God, it smells so good. Whenever you make your rice, always make sure that you give the entire pot of rice a good mix, because if not, when it gets cold, it'll be like kind of like, it'll like get cold and kind of form in that however you left it. So if you, let me see if this makes sense. If you have this caldero rice, right, and then you only turn this half, when it gets cold, it's gonna stay like kind of hard. So you're gonna have to, from the very beginning, I mix the whole entire pot like this. I was gonna make totones, but I got lazy. I should have done them. Totones de pana, because I have pana that I brought back from Puerto Rico with me. And make sure you look out for the video of I made huelle and coconut milk. So make sure you look out for that video. I have to edit it. That was last week. I brought huelles back from Puerto Rico también. Look it. Look it, look it, look it. Alright guys, it's hot. Let me blow. I want a red pepper because these red peppers are delish. Alright, so let's do like the whole thing. Oh my god. This rice is so good, it's so moist. The ham, the coconut milk, that red pepper I just had, honey, all together. Delish. Oh my god, this is so good. I'm gonna make a plate. Guys, you have to try this recipe. You can put olives in. I didn't put olives in it because, and then I hear the boys, the two little boys. Alright, you put olives in the rice? Let me know in comments if you have kids that always complain about something you put in the food. There's always, it's never a meal that I cook that everybody's content. Well, that's a lie. Mac and cheese, shrimp mac and cheese, and tacos. Y burritos. Alright guys, I'm going to slice up my roast beef. I want to grill it for a little bit on my Power XL. My salad is done, and I'm going to make a plate. But other than that, if you haven't already and you like this video, guys, show me some love by subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and leaving a comment below. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. It's Nana with Crafting Cooking y Sazon. To the next video, my loves. Make sure to turn the stove off. I'm just saying.